What up, YouTube? First want to thank everybody for all the support that y'all been that I've been getting on my in the comments that I've been getting off my last video post. Yeah, brother was going through it for a minute, but life has a way of getting in the way. So it is what it is. I mean, we go through things. Life is tough. Sometimes you go through relationship issues. Friends come, friends go. Ladies come, ladies go. Jobs come, jobs go. Um, Equipment come, equipment go. It's like crazy. No matter what we're dealing with, what adversity we're going through, what we need to know is that no matter what that adversity is, all it does is it stretches us and expands us to be better. So that's what I came to realize, that I'm like, wow, I'm going through this, so I can be better. And knowing is half the battle. Once you kind of got to understand and a grip and a true idea of how life works, it makes things more easier. And what I realize is a lot of times, I'm gonna get philosophical on y'all for a minute, so I appreciate the time. But do you know, I'm a very spiritual person. Do you know that we pray every day, consciously, subconsciously, but we're always praying? And God developed this technique, and He made things so simple. So even a person that doesn't have access to a Bible, although, like I said, I'm very spiritual, not religious, so I don't follow the Bible to a T or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that God gave us all the tools that we need to survive and expand and grow and be happy and go on to the next level. And the way it's done is by He instilled a navigation system in us, which is our emotions. You feel bad. If something makes you feel bad, it's a good chance it ain't good for you. Something makes you feel great, it's a good chance that's good for you. And I'm not talking about addictive drugs or anything like that. I'm talking about natural feelings of bliss, happiness, and joy. Do you notice that the happy you are, it seems like everything goes your way, you get all the things you ever wanted, and the things you get and the things that you wanted that you got when you was happy tend to last for a long time. The stuff that you got because you thought it would make you happy don't last. Pretty deep, huh? So, I always got a life philosophy, and my life philosophy is this: be happy so you can get all the things that you want. That means relationships, that means equipment, that means the job, that means a car, that means whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Be happy. Being happy allows you to accomplish these things, sends endorphins in the brain, and allows you to think more clearly, allows you to come up with more creative ideas to accomplish what it is you wish to, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And you get those things. Now, the minute you're feeling bad and you like, you know what? If I had this and I get that, or I'm with that person, or I'm with this situation, this is going to make it easier, and it being this way is going to make me happy. It don't last. Think about it. Just do an inventory in your life and see what I'm saying, if what I'm saying has any relevance or any truth to it. I tend to think that it is. But yeah, thank y'all. I'm in a better place. I can hardly hold a smile back because I'm genuinely happy where I'm at right now. It's like when you come to a level of understanding, which I'm not saying I haven't been here before, but when you learn new things, you learn in life, and you understand how life works, and then new things are brought to your attention, and you get to grow from it, and you start to see things for what they really are. Because sometimes something appears to be a way, and then you sit back and reflect, and you really see that as another way. Oh my goodness, it just lets you know that, yo, I'm about to blow up. So it's like that. So got so many things going on, so many things that I'm wishing to accomplish in life, and things I'm wishing to achieve, that I'm just overbound with the joy of it all. And sometimes wanting it so bad brings about a stress. So now I'm going to conclude this, but I'm explain, because y'all, when I mentioned about praying every day, and I might have confused a few people. Whatever you think about, you be about. So if you're thinking about something constantly, or you're thinking about how bad something is, or you're thinking about how you don't have this, and how you don't, whatever you focus on, whatever you think on, life has, how can I put it, life has to give it to you. That's a law. It's in the Bible too. Ask and thou shalt receive. We always think that we have to verbally ask, but we don't always verbally ask. We also ask for stuff in our actions, we ask for stuff in our emotions, and we ask for stuff in our thoughts. So ask and thou shalt receive. That's a law. So if you're thinking about how I don't have money and how I want this and how I want that, you don't get money and you constantly wanting. Think about it. You don't get what it is that you wish to accomplish, and you're constantly in a state of wanting. And so therefore you never accomplish or get what it is that you was trying to get. Because that's what you're praying for. That's what you're focusing on. Now, when you focus on things that make you happy, you focus on how you're going to have a good time, you focus on like, wow, I can't wait till I get my new NPC, or, oh man, I can't wait till this happens, or I get that, or it's like Christmas and you're excited, you're thinking of all these things, and then when you get it, man, it's like, boom, gangbusters, everything tend to click, everything can tend to happen. When you're in that confidence mode and you're happy and you're blissful, and you're like, wow, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you tend to always accomplish it. When you're in the zone, I call it the zone. When you're in the zone, it's no different from an athlete. When you're in the zone, you're in the zone. And it's hard to get out of that zone because, you know, you're in it. Same thing with the negative zone. It's hard to get out of that zone because you're in it. But all you need to do is when things aren't going quite your way, focus on things that make you happy. Do things that make you feel blissful and focus on that. You know, not saying that the bad things are going to go away. Acknowledge those bad things that you're going through. Say, yeah, this happened and it sucks. I lost my job. That sucks. You know, I don't have the money to get what I want. That sucks. But I am a unique, divine individual, and I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So I choose on this day to be this way. I choose on this day to accomplish this. And I'm telling you, your whole world, your whole life will open up. Sometimes the worst things that happen in your life brings about the greatest opportunity. I don't talk about nothing I don't know about. And sometimes the worst things that could ever happen to you bring about an opportunity or an enlightenment that you're like, wow, that's what that was all about. Okay, I'm digging this. So that's where I'm at right now, folks. That is where I'm at. Life is beautiful. So now, that being said, a bunch of us and a bunch of y'all that reach out to me, we're in the beat slump. No more. The beat slump is gone. Alright? And here's how it is. I start off doing my videos teaching, showing different techniques and things of that nature, showing how to think outside the box. Thinking outside the box helps prevent producer's block, writer's block, and all these other things, because we only get blocked when we can't continue, or we dried up a resource. Like if we doing certain things a certain way and we continue to do it a certain way, and we tend to go to that same thing for a new result. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result or a better result. Insanity. So that's why, I mean, me of all people should not have been in the producer's block, but it happens, and it's going to happen again. But my thing is, as long as you're creative and you're thinking of new ways and innovative ways to do things, hey, things open up. So I'm kind of going to take y'all back to kind of what I started off doing. I'm just going to show y'all some of the things that I do as a producer, as a beat maker. One of our key things as far as, you know, this music thing and how we create, the most important thing is sound. Without sound, we don't make music. Everything has a sound. So it's all about sounds. So next time you out going through Guitar Center or Sam Ash or whatever the place is in your neighborhood, or wherever you go at to get music equipment, even if it's online, go through the percussion and the drum department stuff and find different things. Some simple stuff that you can record, like, you know, shakers and kibasas and all kinds of things, and wood blocks and all these stuff like that. So I start revisiting all this stuff that I spent money on that I haven't been using. And if I take my hand off the tip, and both of these sound different, kind of unique. Alright, I like that. And then, of course, yeah, man, take you to the islands, baby. Alright, got that. And this thing right here. Or however you decide to use it. I don't know. Just get creative, right? And this right here. This is a vibra slap. I only know it because it's got it right there. It says vibra slap. But this joint is awesome. This is that Shaft, James Brown, funk type, Curtis Mayfield. You heard this in all the funky joints. Oh yeah. I've actually used this a lot and recorded it in a lot of different ways. You know. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do to get different sounds. I don't know, but oh yeah, shout out to my man Jay Phil. Very sick beats. I mean, he showed you how to make a kick drum using a turntable, how to use make a snare drum using a headphone, how to use your headphone for a microphone. That's real old school. We used to definitely do that back in the day. But come up with different percussion instruments. These sounds will help you get creative, add spice to some of your joints. Also, make sure, whenever you're able to, because I know everybody's resources is different, but whenever you're able to, get you a decent microphone. I have a Rode NT1A, and I have a Sterling ST51. Those are my good microphones, and I have some good headphones too. I have 2 pairs of Sennheisers, 2 different grades. An ultrasound, I believe that's what it is. Headphones, AKG headphones. I got I forgot those drummer headphone things, the Dre Beats. I mean, you know, just put your money into some quality stuff, but it doesn't always mean you gotta spend a lot of money to get quality stuff, because just like I said, get a good microphone, get your cheap microphone. Why? Because a cheap microphone don't sound as good as a good microphone. But what happens is it actually gives you a different sound and how you record stuff. Even recording live instruments, you can plug stuff into your MPC, record live things into there, and even if you record it mono, you can set it to mono where it comes through both speakers. So when you do your sounds, and a lot of times, even with drum sounds and percussions, those type of instruments that are mono anyway, you can always throw multiple things in there, and then, like for instance, throwing 2 kick drums, you know, have them set to mono, and then pan one left, pan one right, and have them play at the same time to give you a stereotype sound if you want to have a stereotype drum. But most drums are mono anyway, and your drum's not Carter in mono. And then you can try different bit rates. Like when you sample these sounds, you can throw them into Audacity and work with bit rates and frequencies and things of that nature, tuning them down, tuning them up. All these things make your sounds unique. And sometimes when I'm in a beat slump or production slump, sometimes just not creative to make beats, we really as producers, beat makers, have no excuse not to be getting busy. We treat it just like work. If there's a day where I can't make beats, make sounds. You know, record sounds. One thing I do is I go out and I record sounds. I got my M Audio Micro Track. This is my favorite recorder. It has a decent microphone on it. I can record live stuff. Here in Madison, they have a lot of pubs, taverns, and bars and clubs and stuff. And a lot of these places, they got a lot of live bands. A lot of people play live instruments. And I've been to a couple places where they play live bands, and I said, you know what? One of these days, I said, while they getting up and they setting up and the drummer's practicing and make sure his drums are tuned, you can record that stuff. Just go get their permission. Get you a portable recorder. This is M Audio, but Tascam, Alesis, a lot of Sony, a lot of companies make these things, and Zoom, they make one too. And you just take it and record the actual drum sound while you're doing it. Ask them to hit the kick drum, record the kick, record the snare. When the bass player is practicing, record the riffs and the things that he's doing. And even with the lead guitar, the piano player, record these sounds as they come out the speakers and through the systems. And you'll be surprised the type of stuff and the things you come up with. And what you're doing is you're building a sound library that is unique to you. Sounds and stuff that you have accomplished, that you have acquired over the years. I've got a lot of sounds that I've acquired over the years, and that's another thing. I went back and started listening to some of the old sounds that I've made, some of the old sounds that I've got from different equipment. I mean, using this little device here, I would go to Guitar Center when I worked there. I would get sounds from the Korg M3 and all the different instruments that came out, the Kai drum machine sounds. I recorded into here because it has a spitter, and it has, you know, a spitter so you can record things into it digitally. So you actually get the digital sound. So there's so many ways to do things, and all I say is don't limit yourself. Just because you can't make a beat don't mean you shouldn't be busy on your craft. You should be making drums. Excuse me. You should be creating sounds, and you should be doing things like that, coming up with all these different techniques to be creative. So also, last but not least, I mean, I think every person that a sample-based producer should have turntables. One thing you definitely want to get is you may want to invest in a CD turntable. What that does is it allows you to take CDs or record stuff on the CD and do unique things. You notice that you got cue points and things of that nature that you can use. I'm going to show you a technique that I use. I got a bunch of samples on this thumb drive. I'm going to play through here. Hopefully it'll play right. Bear with me. There we go. What's some of the vocals? Like this. Like that. So you can hear how I pitch it up and pitch it down. It sounds different. Now, it's working just like a regular turntable, but the unique thing about it being digital is that if you get a CD player or CD turntable that has a key lock, you can lock the pitch. So say, sound like that speed right there, going fast. I can lock that key. Alright? When I lock it in that key, now, you see me moving the slide up and down. What you're not noticing is his voice isn't changing because the pitch is the same. But the tempo is changing. Like right here is faster. Now it's slower. Now it's going faster. That is so cool because now you can take something that's pitched down and make it faster, something that's pitched up and make it slower, and keep that same pitch. That's actually great for when you got like bass lines or musical parts that you want to alter the sample to. It pretty much is like time stretching, but in a unique way. So I can, like, if I want to tune this bass line, say I got a bass line that's playing fast, but I want to tune it down, right? But I still want to play at the same speed as the regular record, so, or a regular song. I can pitch it down so I can get that thickness in the bass. Then I can lock the key range and speed it up. Now I got that tempo. So it's like a quick time stretching tool that you can use before you even carry it into the MPC or whatever machine or software that you're using. That's a unique technique that I like to use. And if you want to do it with a software, I would highly recommend doing it with Melodyne, because then you can kind of pick the keys. You can also do it in Audacity too. So these are some ways to kind of get out that beat slump. So again, I just want to thank everybody. I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all, looking out and commenting and watching and subscribing. I got mad love for all y'all out there. Truly am grateful. Next video, I actually want to do it pretty much like right after this one, and it's going to be a beat making video. So I'm not saying I'm out the slump. So I'm gonna make a beat. I mean, I think I kind of got one in mind. I just need to see how it turned out. Hopefully it turned out good. Even if it just turned out okay, it's still progress, right? Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace.